Hey guys, excited to be with you today. I want to talk to you a little bit about the disciples and their disagreement with one another about who was the greatest. I mean, my goodness gracious, you get a bunch of guys together, and in honesty, a bunch of gals together because we're all alike, and you get them together for any amount of time. Before long, they're talking about who's the best at this or who's the best at that or who's got this, that, and the other. It's just the truth. Comparisons amongst each other. It's just crazy. Here's the thing, though. For this vitamin today, though, we won't necessarily just center it on comparison. What we'll do is we'll say, who in the world can say they're great anyway? All right. Who in the world can say they're great anyway? I mean, man, we are such into, whether it's politically or any of those things like that, man, this world, in all that it thinks is such great things, man, we stand beside some politician somewhere, man, we think, man, we're something great. I do an awful lot of that. I appreciate them. So I take pictures with them and things like that and support them and encourage them and all that. Hey, that was the moment. But the fact of the matter is they're human just like the rest of us. Make mistakes just like the rest of us, trouble just like the rest of us. And when we look at that, this argument over who's greatest amongst these disciples had frustrated Jesus so much that he began to say, and he always taught, that in order to be great, it's not in the eyes of man. So the greater you are in the eyes of man is trouble. All right. Now, what happens to be. Now, obviously, if you're in a position where you've been placed in a leadership position and people are, you have served and helped and loved people enough, they are going to have encouragements and love for you. That's going to be, enormous. But that person, that human being, they're going to be gone one day. There's a saying that says, the cemeteries are filled with indispensable people. They often are. I mean, they all are. Every cemetery out there is filled with people that the world didn't think the world could live without. I mean, the people in the world didn't think that the world could live without some of these leaders. How in the world can we go on? You keep going on because God's really in control. Who cares who's greatest? Who cares? And if your desire is to be greatest in the eyes of man, you've messed up. Because those people, listen to me carefully. The same people who put you in power can take you out of power. Same people who put you in power are many times the ones who will hang you at the end of the war. Okay? So here's the thing. What you have to do. Do I please God? Am I pleasing God? And make sure you're reading the word to know whether or not you're pleasing the Lord. The greatest in the kingdom is a servant. All right? Greatest in the kingdom. Don't worry about who's greatest in the world. All right? Those end up being one and the same sometimes. It's the one who will serve the most. That's not worried about their name and lights. That's not worried about the accolades and how many followers and how many reels and how many things like that. We all do those. We got the Vitalmins. We got you've got the Instagram accounts, the Facebook accounts, all those different things, all those apps, the Twitter, all this kind of stuff like that, or X, whatever it's called. You've all got the kind of thing. But here's the thing. None of that matters. If you're not serving people and loving people, then it doesn't matter. You're not great in the eyes of God. To be great in the eyes of God is to serve other people, love people, be a servant, be a giver. That's exactly how you make it in this world as far as growing in the kingdom. Who is greatest in the kingdom? Not the one with the fastest sword, not the one with the fastest wit, not the one who talks the best behind a pulpit, not any of those things. Who's greatest in the kingdom? The one who serves other people. Remember that. The greatest servant is sometimes, and not sometimes, the greatest servant is the greatest leader and is the greatest in the kingdom of God. Remember that. It's not about your accolades. It's about how many people you serve. What is it? I think D.L. Moody said, it's not about how many servants you have. It's about how many people you serve. Love you guys. Bye-bye.